I'm here today with my February favorites. These are products I've been loving for the month of February. The first thing is, thank you guys so much. I hit 100,000 subscribers this month, or in the month of February. My goal was to be at 100,000 by my birthday, and I got to 100,000 probably like 5 or 6 days before my birthday, which was so exciting. So thank you so much to all of you for sharing my channel, sharing my Instagram, and just telling your friends and family and other people that you think would love makeup videos or enjoy my videos. Thank you so much for sharing my channel and helping me to reach 100,000 subscribers. I feel so blessed, and it's such a huge, exciting milestone. And yeah, I obviously couldn't do it without all of you. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much for all your love and support. And it's just such an exciting thing, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, like that's crazy. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys. That's obviously a February favorite, that's a 2015 favorite, and I just feel really blessed and excited and flattered and honored to have 100,000 people subscribe to my channel. It's crazy. So thank you guys again so, so much. And so I want to share with you some products I've loved. I've tried out a ton of new stuff this month, and there's a lot of things that I really, really like. So I'm not going to start with how I get ready. So let's start with the primer, the Too Faced Hangover Primer. You guys, this is an amazing primer. Sarah, Laura, and I got this when we went down to LA, and I was so excited to try this because I've seen so many people talk about it. And the rep at Too Faced was nice enough to give us a full size to try out, and I really like it. It's their Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. It has coconut water, electrolytes, and probiotics. It feels amazing on the skin. It smells like coconut. Again, it's their Replenishing Face Primer, the Hangover RX. Really like this. Definitely been a favorite. Two different foundations that I used a lot this month. One of them, which is what I'm wearing today, is the Perricone MD No Foundation Serum. This stuff is great. I love it. I barely have any left, and I mix it with the No Bronzer if I've self-tan and I need to have a little bit of a deeper shade. I love this. It's lightweight on the skin. It feels like skin. It doesn't transfer onto my clothing or onto other people's clothing when I give them hugs. It doesn't give me sunglass marks. It lasts throughout the day until I take it off. It doesn't sweat off. It doesn't make my skin dry. It doesn't make it oily. It just feels like skin. To me, it's a medium coverage easily. I use it with a Real Techniques buffing brush or any kind of buffing brush, and I get a really nice medium coverage. If you use a beauty blender, you're probably going to get light to no coverage, just because your beauty blender is going to absorb a lot of that because it is a serum. It's so light that your beauty blender will absorb a ton of that product. So use your fingers or use a brush to apply it, and I love it. It feels and looks so natural on the skin, and it's just such a fantastic foundation. So I've used that a lot this week. A newer foundation that I picked up that I've been wearing and I really enjoy it, and I'm going to have a first impressions up of it, is the Luminous Silk Foundation by Giorgio Armani. Sephora started selling Armani foundations, and I always hear Jaclyn Hill talk about it, and there's a lasting finish one. She always uses the Luminous Silk Foundation, which I was a little bit nervous to get because sometimes my skin can be a little bit oily, but I decided to give this one a shot, and I didn't make my skin oily. It looks beautiful on the skin. The shade ranges are very odd. This is shade 6, which when I kind of was looking at a bunch of different blogs and foundation matrices, and based on other foundations I had, what it would recommend, 6 is what it said. I don't know if you can see it next to my skin. It's very green. I had a lot of people comment in the comments when I hauled this that shade 6 is very green, and it is very green. However, once it kind of melts into the skin, it's not so green. But yeah, I definitely think I could find a better shade match, which I'm debating whether or not to exchange this for a new color, which means I would have to send this one back to Sephora and order a new one from Sephora. And I don't know if I really want to deal with that because it can make shade 6 work for me, especially as I get a little bit tanner, more tan. And use self-tanners that have a little bit more of that olivey undertone. This will work. Shade 6, if you have an olive undertone, it will be great for you. So the shade match was not perfection for me, but the finish is really beautiful, and I love the way it looks on the skin. So stay tuned because there's going to be a first impression of that coming up soon. Okay, a blush that I really love, and it's kind of a false February favorites, but I really wanted to mention it because I've been using it since I got it. And Laura, or Mrs. Lolin, sent me a couple of the Charlotte Tilbury blushes for my birthday. And this is one, I'm wearing it today as well, called Love Glow. And it's a beautiful peachy pink mauve blush. It's stunning. Again, it's what's on my cheeks. I really love these blushes. I've used them every day since I got them, which was maybe like the last 3 days of, or 2 days of February. But I wanted to mention them, and I also wanted to mention it because not only do I love them, but Laura was sweet enough to give them to me as a gift. And I wanted to give her a little shout out and tell her how much I appreciate them and love them. So Laura, I love these blushes so much. So this one is Love Glow. It's beautiful. The other one that she sent me, which I really like as well, is First Love. And this one is a light peachy, kind of like a beigey tone, and then a really pretty peach. And both are beautiful. This one goes on pretty mauve toned, and this one goes on really peachy, like you can see on my cheeks, and they're beautiful. I really like these, and I definitely want to pick up some more of the Charlotte Tilbury blushes now that she's got me hooked. The other blushes that I used for the rest of the month were Makeup Geek blushes. Honestly, I just did the same kind of combinations I mentioned in a few different videos. This one is in Spellbound and Head Over Heels, and then the other one is Rendezvous and Secret Admirer. So I either mix these two if I want a pinky mauve blush, and I mix these two if I want a pinky peach. So those are what I've been wearing every other day until I got those blushes from Laura. Okay, since we're on cheeks, I have to mention 2 different contour kits that I've used. I used this one a good portion of the month, and I love it dearly. The Shade and Light palette. I know a lot of YouTubers are talking about it. It's worth the hype. The brush is fantastic with it as well. It's got a great contour brush on one side, highlight brush on the other. If you don't want to invest in this, the Sigma brushes make a great angled brush like this, and the e.l.f. blush brush I use for under the eyes. Mine's cracked. I mentioned it a million times. I do have one that was sent to me that is a complete uncracked one, but I figured I will continue to use this until I use up all the cracked one, and I definitely won't travel with this. But it's a great palette. I did a comparison with a few different contour palettes. This one is just so finely milled. These colors are great for under the eyes, middle of the forehead, down the bridge of your nose for highlighting. It's beautiful. These are great contour shades. I mix these two for my contour and bronzing daily. Haven't ever used that one. I use this highlight when I have like a real self-tan going on my face. But this is a great palette. Highly recommend it. Worth every penny. The other one is the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette, which I also did a separate video just on this product. And it comes with a little brush. This one is great because it's compact. You have a matte highlight. You have a great cool toned contour shade, a warm tone bronzer, and a shimmery highlight. Blends beautifully. It smells like cocoa. Really love that. So basically the first half of the month I use this, the second half of the month I use this, and as far as bronzer, this is all I've used as well. The Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight Powder, you guys have seen me using this in quite a few tutorials as far as the description box is concerned. I'm wearing it again today. It's the most perfect highlight. It's beautiful. It looks great on the cheekbones. I'm wearing that as well. It's very shimmery. Like a shimmery, finely milled glow, not sparkly, not glittery. It's beautiful, so I highly recommend it. The packaging is different now, which I prefer the new packaging because it's like only half of this rather than this huge honkin' thing. But yeah, beautiful highlighting powder. Can't recommend that one enough. I've been using the same 3 products. Actually, for my brows and lid, I've been using the same 3 products. I first go in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I love this. It's a great alternative to the Anastasia one. This is in the shade Brunette. It's what I have on today as well. You have a spoolie on one side, which is great, and then a really fine tip little pencil on the other side. It's the perfect amount of pigment and wax. It doesn't make your brows crunchy. It doesn't make them slippery or slimy. Fantastic. I love this brow pencil. Then I go in and top them with the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set. This one is in the shade Quiet Brunette, and it's got a nice little wand, and I just kind of comb through my brows. It keeps them down. They don't feel overly crunchy or anything like that, so I love that. So then I go in with Benefit Highbrow, and I carve out the bottom half of my brow just to clean it up, brighten it. It makes doing your kind of brow bone highlight very easy because it's already quite light. And this is just a really pretty light pink toned like pinkish white toned highlight, and it's beautiful. You can put it on the inner corners. It kind of just lifts your brows. It's fantastic. I love this. So I'll put that right under the brow. And then I go in with my Painterly paint pot to just kind of blend the line so it just kind of fades from skin tone up to that lighter color. And I love the way it's worked out. I did it in a few of my videos that I put up, my tutorials lately. So you can kind of see how I do that if what I just said doesn't make sense. But it just helps blend out that light high brow color. So I've been loving that for priming my eyes as well as doing my brows. And then an eyeshadow that I've been using a ton is Grandstand from Makeup Geek. This one, it was sent to me and it shattered, so I did get a new one, but I'm just using up the shattered one as much as I can. And it's a beautiful rose gold color. It's what's on my lids today. Rock and Zipped palette, which is like a favorite every day of the year for the rest of my life. Very metallic. The foiled shadows are so, so beautiful. I've done a few looks using them. I'll leave them down below. All of the tutorials that I did this month will be in the description box. But it's a beautiful shadow. I think this is going to look beautiful on everybody. It's metallic. It's beautiful paired with purples or browns or I don't know, anything. I just love this shadow and I can't get enough of it. And I wore it more often than not this month, so I really like that one. A liner brush that I am surprised that I loved so much this February is the MAC 210. This is a very fine, detailed little eyeliner brush. I usually use a angled brush, but I've been using this and I love the way that it makes the line work. And today, I mean, I haven't done winged liner in months, and today I decided to try winged liner and I used this brush and it did a really nice job and made it really easy and made it easy to make my lines even. And so I think if I do winged liner, I'm going to use a fine detailed brush like this, which I'd never used a brush like this prior. So I really like that one. Again, MAC 210. And then two lip combos that were pretty much my go-to all month long. This is the ColourPop Lumiere Lippy Stick and Lippy Pencil. This I can't get enough of. I'm gonna need to order more because the lip liner is almost gone. So it's a beautiful mauve color. It's stunning. I can't get enough of it. It's just so gorgeous. And then the other is the Nars El Agua pencil. And this is very similar in my opinion to Lumiere. I'm gonna swatch them side by side. So there is the Agua and there is Lumiere. So if you can't get El Agua, get Lumiere. It's very, very similar. Nobody's gonna know that you have ColourPop $5 lip liner on your lips. So I like to mix the El Agua with the Cashmere Lime Crime, and I don't really know what's going on with Lime Crime. I know that their site got hacked. Somebody said something about the CEO is like being investigated for fraud. I know nothing about that. I had no problem ordering this when I did, so I don't know what's going on with the website. So if you can't get this, I'm really sorry. I'm just being honest with what my favorites are. You could probably do the Lumiere combo and get a very, very similar look. So there is Cashmere on top with Nars El Agua, and then this is the Lumiere set. So it's very, very similar. It's very similar. So you guys, that is my February favorites. I hope you had a fantastic February. Thank you all so much for all the birthday love. My birthday was March 2nd, which was yesterday. And you guys are great and amazing and such an encouragement. And I feel blessed to have 100,000 of you watch my videos. I feel blessed to have you guys kind of a part of my life and a part of Ethan's life. And you guys are you're great. And I'm thankful for each and every one of you. So thank you guys for all your love, encouragement, your well wishes, your birthday wishes, and for just kind of being by my side through the last few years. And yeah, I just thought I would give you guys a little I love you and thank you. So thank you guys. And here's to March, and I'll have a bunch more tutorials for you guys. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.